Hello, live chatters. This is Douglas Bloch. Let me see, too much light over here, right? Yes. Douglas Bloch, it's February 21st, 2021, 21. And welcome to your 205th live chat. Hey, Taco Platter, Harry, Jason. Nice of you all to be here. Well, there's some schmutz on the screen. I have to basically keep my my screen a little bit cleaner, don't I? Anyway, yes. So today's the 21st. Finally, after 8 days, the snow melted. We still have about 100,000 people out of power, but Kelly Burns and Anthony Olson and Texas Sunrise, whatever your name is, all you who live in Texas, wow. There you have it. Shirley from Florida, Jason from England, Richier from somewhere, Rachel Padar from Ireland, Kevin from, I'm not quite sure, Marina Black Yarna, maybe from Slovakia, Sandy Saranko from Canada. Well, the Ukraine, well, Sahad Halabi from Virginia. Back to Tacoma. Hey, we didn't connect last night. Give me a call when you come home. We have to talk about studying for the nursing exam. Hey, Harry. Hey, you're from Gaza. So, two important announcements. One, tomorrow I am turning 72 years old. That's right. Now, for a free copy of this chart, what two people were born on the same birthday as myself, February 22nd, one of whom is extremely famous in America, the other one who is famous to music lovers, okay? So, oh my God, I forgot to bring my party hat. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm going to get it at Fred Meyer tomorrow. Anyway, so the other thing is that we have done 205 live chats. So I want the mathematician Anthony Olson to tell me that if we get to 1,000, how many more years do I have to live to get to 1,000 live chats? Please, somebody do the math. 205, we have 795 left to go. Okay, do the math, please. Anyway, Texas all that, but the real work is still ahead of us. Yes, well, you guys really, the government really dropped the ball, didn't they? They didn't even insulate all those, or weatherize all those utilities, even though they were told not once but twice. How do I keep myself feeling young? I was going to tell a bad joke, but I won't. Well, three things. I stay creative, I stay active physically, and I stay engaged with people, including my wonderful nephew, Patrick Coleman, who is coming here every month. And we are playing the stock market. You cannot believe how many millions of dollars we've made. No, that's a joke. But anyway, Patrick is saving for his retirement, which will be here before he knows it, because, you know, life is short. Life is short. Life goes by like that, huh? Who else is my age around there? And C, yeah, 84, right? And you're happy. Great. Tell them that life is short and they better do what they will have to do now, or else it's going to be too late. Taco, been doing good. Had a bad sleep last night. Yes, one bad night of sleep can mess up your mental health. You better believe it. I've had sleep disorders since I've been 2 years old. Thank you for $6.99. Hey, how about a birthday present? Let's get some extra. I don't want to try to bribe you, but let's get some extra donations today. That would be a nice birthday present. Okay, second and even more important than my birthday, I'm going to email you guys who are on the email list two important things. One, my website, Overcoming Suicidal Pain. Very proud of it. But I have a good friend of mine who says it's too long and there are too many words, and people who are suicidal don't have the focus or patience to look through it. So I'm going to send you folks who are on the email list the site. I'm going to ask you to look through it and tell me if that person is right. Is it too long? Do I need to make a shorter version? She said only 10 pages total with about 3 pages per, 7 to 10 bullet points, maybe 5 paragraphs. So she said, make it really reduced. Happy birthday, you're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. I love my birthday. I'll tell you something. 1975, 26 years old, February 22nd, I was living in a halfway house. Things were bleak. I was suicidal. Thank you, Richier. Appreciate the birthday present. $6.99. You must be from Canada. Like taco platter. Anyway, it was my 27th birthday, and I was really, really down. And someone said, Douglas, let's set the intention you're going to have a better year. And we did. And 2 months later, I was out of the halfway house. And 4 months later, I was in graduate school. And 6 months later, I was living with some wonderful people, and my life began again. So it's never too late to resurrect, as we see. And birthday presents. Birthdays are very, very special because you know what? From birthday to birthday is a lifetime within a lifetime. That's right. In astrology, we do something called solar return charts. Every year of your life is like a miniature lifetime, and you get to start all over again and recreate yourself. I think birthdays are just phenomenal. I'm looking forward to this year. Thank you very much, guys. How do I join the WhatsApp group? Is there a WhatsApp group? I'm not organizing it. Yes, stay with us for years to come. Well, there were 2 questions I put out here. Okay, one, whose birthday is February 22nd besides me? People who are much more famous than I ever will be. And number 2, how many more years do I have to stay alive to reach 1,000 live chats? Come on, you guys, get out your calculators or your Wikipedia. XAT Fat Jesus X, haven't seen you before. Set up a WhatsApp group. Oh, Thal set it up. Okay. Okay, so Rick, I think he talked to us last week about his mom dying by suicide. How do you get happy again? It's going to take a long time. Yeah, Drew Barrymore, that's right, but that's not who I'm thinking of. I said one is a politician and one is a composer. How's that? That really gives it away. So I want you to go, I think you talked about this last week. I want you to go to this website. This is where you need to go. Anybody who has lost a loved one, a friend, anyone to suicide, you want to go to allianceofhope.org. They have everything you need as a suicide loss survivor, including information, videos, and a huge forum that's even better than this chat group. 8,000 people participating. How's that? Thoughts can literally make you sick. You're actually right, Middle Odyssey. Your husband has the same birthday as me? Look, well, no wonder why you like me. George Washington, yes, Kevin Wilson. George Washington's birthday, which used to be celebrated as a national holiday until some idiot created President's Day. And there went Lincoln and there went Washington, down the tubes. Lincoln was born February 2nd. Rick, I'm on meds. You lost your zest for life. Well, talk to your doctor. Maybe you're not in the right med because, you are really, you joined what, Rick M? You joined that. Alliance of Hope. Well, good. That will really help you. And of course, you need to get into some good therapy and maybe a support group for people who have lost people to suicide. That's got to be the worst loss you can ever go through, aside from, dying yourself by that way. That's why I have this, was Caravaggio the composer born on that day? Maybe. I'm thinking of someone who has romantic music. What has 2 butts and kills people? An assassin. Didn't quite get that. But anyway, thank you. With consistent daily life change, you only about 2 years. One weekly, about 15. You're absolutely right. I think it's more than that, actually. 16 years, by the way. My calculations. That means if I can still be doing this at 87, I'll be in good shape. Your grandson's birthday? Frederick Chopin, Reichmeister. Very good. Don't you love his nocturnes? Anyway, so you guys who got the answer, George Washington and Frederick Chopin, email me, douglasbloch@gmail.com. I will send you a free copy of this that has kept me happy, healthy, and holy. Healing from depression, self-care activities to improve your mood. So, Frederick Chopin, also Ted Kennedy, the American politician, and probably a lot of other people. Hey, Texas Angel, are you still freezing to death? Wagner, was he born in the 22nd? I don't know. All I know is my name is Douglas George Bloch because I was named after George Washington because I was born on his birthday. And yeah, Lugai, my deepest condolences to Rick. Absolutely. Hey, Susan Jones from Virginia. Funny joke? Oh, I know. Now I get it. Thank you, Taco Platter. All right. Well, it took me a while to catch up. Rachel Moore. My favorite name is Rachel. I was going to name my daughter Rachel, but she never got born because I never had a daughter. Tell your grandson happy birthday for me, Ann C. Yes, so 16 years, we hit 1,000, 87. Well, I guess, Frank Lloyd Wright did his best architecture work in his 80s, so I guess I could be doing this 87. South Africa, thank you, a beautiful country. And X Fat Jesus X, that person might be born in my day, but I don't know it. The picture is fuzzy on my monitor. Oh, maybe I need to spray. Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can. There might be some schmutz on the camera. Give me a second. Okay, here's this. Okay, see if this is any better. You're not going to see me for a second. That's okay. You can handle it. Okay, is that any better? The person who had the fuzzy picture? Let me know. All right. Yeah, Rick should go see a counselor after that type of a loss. Carolee, thank you for the $3.99 donation. Really appreciate it. By the way, you will get through this, Rick, with the right kind of support. Believe me. My therapist died by suicide when I was in a really, really bad shape. So, crystal clear now, much better. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I need to clean my lens before we start. El Tigre, I love your name, the tiger. How am I doing mentally? I'm doing well, although I need your help in one other area. Thank you for letting me know about the fuzzy thing, by the way. You were so kind to check on me. I was gone for 3 days. My house had to get a hotel with friends and the water was turned off for a spell. Of course, again, the government of Texas needs to really step up. Yeah, so sorry for your loss. Can you bring your Gmail up again, Rogemeister? Yes. I'll even type it in here. So here's another question. Who recorded the song Young at Heart, which is one of the reasons I stay young? Very famous American singer. You'll get it immediately. Okay, so there's my email address. My ex-girlfriend's brother took a life, very sad. Yes, damage from it, absolutely. One of the chapters I have in my new book and my website is think about the people you leave behind. When I was thinking of ending my life, I thought about what would it do to my brother, my wife, all my good friends, my parents. It would have been absolutely devastating. Never give up on the person who looks back at you in the mirror. Thank you, Jason. I love, 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 love. ECT is the devil. Well, it helped me. So different strokes for different folks, I guess. But yes, a lot of people have not had the greatest experience with it, although I was planning euthanizing him after my exams, but he died of a heart attack on my desk in the bedroom. This was very traumatizing. Who are you referring to, FD Vids? It must have been a pet, right? My cat. Yeah. Look, losing a pet is almost as bad as losing a person. You know what? You guys are brilliant. Oh my God. FD Vids. I'm recording tomorrow on my birthday a video called How to Cope with the Loss of a Pet. My assistant, whose pet just recently died, Cat, we wrote that together, and it's going to be shown next week. So what is that? Saturday, the what? Today's the 21st, the 27th. How to Cope with the Loss of a Pet. It's going to be posted. Okay. So, how to cope with the loss of a pet. Wow. My. Well, Shakira is my ringtone. You know that? Let's see. February 22nd, 27th. Okay, so I'm doing I'm in this video called How to Cope with the Loss of a Pet. 72 people on. Let's hit it 100 for my birthday. Come on, you guys, hit the like button. A birthday present would be to have 100 people here. Did you find Where's New York difficult for mental health? Well, I was a young kid and I liked the, yeah, you're right. You should have sent an email now. Happy birthday, Steiner. Yes, a couple of cows were smoking a joint and playing cards. That's right. The stakes were pretty high. Edward Steiner, that was very good. Hold on, I got to get that. Okay, yes. So let me answer the comment by Rick, and that is that I did have a lapse, but not after the ECT. I had a lapse in 2015, and the ECT in 2016 brought me out of it. In the last 5 years, knock on vinyl, I have been okay. So Rick's lapse occurred before the ECT, not after. But one man's meat's another man's poison. So not everything works for everybody. But if you keep setting the intention to heal, reaching out for support, and trying different things, you can get through this. I started to believe depression is incurable. I can only try to manage it. You're right. It's not curable. But you can come out of it for long periods of time. I went 16 years between my two nervous breakdowns. So it's like, it's any relapse. It's like alcoholism, right? You can be sober for 20 years. Yes, your parrot died in your lap. Well, so did my bunny cat. People should start sending to me stories of losses of pets. That's a lot of material. Yeah, I know. It's incredible what loss of a pet does. Anyway, I have a video coming up next Saturday on how to cope with loss of a pet. Anyway, I liked winters. I was a kid. I didn't leave New York till I was 18. Thank you, Edward, for that amazing joke. You feel body sensations bloom. Well, yeah, who knows what that is caused by that? You should talk to a psychologist. Probably nothing to fear, but you should definitely go check it out with a professional. Yeah, yeah. Look for not being able to cure being managed. So right. So the fact you can't cure depression doesn't mean you can't have a good life. It just means it's something to kind of be on the lookout for, like asthma attacks or relapsing from alcohol. So you just have to always know it could sneak up on you, which is why you have to keep good self-care habits. Yes, this too shall pass. You're right. Well, anyway, he had a peaceful ending eventually. Does anyone have panic attacks that make you lightheaded? I don't, but I know if you're breathing rapidly, you do get lightheaded. A lyric duo, don't mind if you're late. I don't care. Better late than never. So, a joke I made up. Kind of, okay, here it was. So we still have 100,000 people without power in Oregon. And my friend said, what do you think is causing that? And I said, I don't know. I'm in the dark. I'll tell it again. A friend of mine said, why do so many people still have no power in Oregon? I said, I don't know. I'm still in the dark. I thought that was a good spontaneous pun. All right. Wow. At what point? $4.99. Happy birthday. Thank you for caring and giving. We love you, and I love you too, Texas Angel. And Wendy is your name. That's right. I remembered. I used to sell hot air balloons and helium. I struggled to hold both jobs down. You're good, Jason. The jokes are really good too. That's a good birthday present for me. Good jokes. Okay, and I'm finding your joke. Yes, panic attacks do make you lightheaded. Are you a morning person, evening person? Oh my God. I'm from New York, the city that never sleeps. Evening person. I never could hold a 9 to 5 job. Anyway, so second thing I'm going to ask you live chatters to help me on. I should have had screenshots, but I have a site called Healing from Depression. It's been up since 2000, one of the first depression recovery websites on the internet. And it got infected by viruses because the hosting accounts sold it to some other big corporation that didn't care. In the meantime, I had my current manager, website developers, set up a second Healing from Depression site, and then the first one came back on. So I have to choose between which two I want to now go with, and I'm going to send you guys, your 28 people on this email list that Padar Shields created. I'm going to send you an email asking you which one you like better. I hope that's okay. I could really appreciate your feedback. Peter McLaurin, thank you for the happy birthday wish. Susan Jones, I haven't had a panic attack in a while, but yes, they make me lightheaded because when you hyperventilate, that's what happens. How to know in the first or second session of therapy whether the therapist is the one for you? Well, sometimes you need to give it time. It's different for each person. I'm not going to afford to change my therapist in months of not improving. Maybe I am the problem. Well, talk to your therapist about it. Say, why am I stuck? And ask her about the communication between the two of you. Is there anything we can do to improve it? All right, Susan Jones. Good tip, Shirley. Okay, what did Shirley say? When I have panic attacks, I often used to hyperventilate and I feel faint. Now I do a breathing exercise and it helps. That's one of the things you can do in response to panic attack. Thank you, Rachel, for the happy birthday wish. Yeah, Metal Odyssey says, take care of yourself, help who you love, but it's on them to take care of themselves. I could and should be dead right now. I drove from Chicago to the suburbs. I'm glad you're alive. Has anyone gone through withdrawal from Rexulti? The anxiety is unbearable. Yes, somebody wrote me about that, so I haven't, but I know people. Wendy, yes, of course. The new cat looks nearly identical to my first kitty, except he's smaller, so sweet, goofy like my first cat. Of course, any of you who have been with me a while, any of you guys who have been with me for a while know, of course, who Bruce Bloch is, but maybe some of the people who have just showed up don't know who Bruce Bloch is. So we have to basically introduce you, don't we? And here he is, the amazing Himalayan Persian cat, Bruce Bloch. Normally around this time he meows so loud he gives everybody a startle. And there he is. I love this cat. He's 13 years old, came to live with me in 2014. I've had him, and Jonah's had him for 7 years. All right, wanted to show you Bruce. And how many people are watching? 82, 18 more to 100. That's good. And it is only 27 after the hour. Okay, so two things, you guys. I'm going to send you the link to my website on overcoming suicidal pain. I want you to tell me if it's too long. And number two, I'm going to send you 2 healing from depression websites. I want you to choose the one you like better. These are all of you who have signed up for an email list. If you want anyone else wants to get on the group email, let me know right now. I'll pass it on to Pedar Shields, who's obviously not with us. He must be working. All right, let's see what the new comments are. All right, you have a Himalayan? Yes, that's what it is. It's a Himalayan cat. It costs about $600 and I get him for free. Any experience of olanzapine? Yes, not me. Yes, I was on Zyprexa for a while. My godson was on it for years. It's a very good antipsychotic, but one man's meat is another man's poison. Have you any more of these crazy, scary episodes of amnesia? What's your name again? No, I have only experienced that when I took Topamax, so I forgot how to drive a car. I've only had one experience of that amnesia. Yeah, I have had an episode of bursitis in my elbow, and you can see my forearms are a different size. This one's much bigger, so now it's another problem. You know what my best friend's mother used to say? Getting old is not for sissies. Anyway, yes, getting old is not for sissies. But Ann C, how have you been able to stay healthy at 84? Text me your email address. I want to talk to you about how I want to use you as a role model. Anyone had any experience of Buspar? It's a good anxiety medication. Doesn't work for everybody. So good luck with it. Jason, I have really bad posture too. Yes. Very good joke from Jason Clulo. My boss said he's going to sack the person with the worst posture. I have a hunch it could be me. I'm going to send that to my friend Ann, who really appreciates that. Leah Ryder at AOL.com. Yeah, I'm going to write that down. I will. I'll send that over to you, Peter. I thought you were on the email list, and of course, okay. Why can't you find a pen? Okay, here's a pen, and now I need something to write on, so I'll write it on here. It is. You're a writer like me? That's great. It's a wonderful, wonderful occupation. 3 writers were born today, by the way, February 21st. David Foster Wallace, who wrote Infinite Jest. Anyone hear of him? Anna East Nin, who wrote the diaries in the 1960s, and the great poet W.H. Auden. Has anybody heard of any of these people? They're all amazing. Okay, I will put you on the email list, my friend. Michael Polari, send me your email. I had a David Foster Wallace wrote a famous article in the New York Times about tennis. You're absolutely right, Peter. Good work. Okay, what about the other two? And I used to play tennis. Hey, Pedar is here. Pedar, could you add Leah Benetti to the email list? LeahRider@AO.com. You've heard of all three, Beth? Well, you are a literate person. We're rooting for you. Absolutely. Mindfulness helps live for the moment. Oh, right. You have a job interview tomorrow, Beth Miller, where we will all be thinking of you. Absolutely. The anxiety guy on YouTube sounds like a good person. I'm going to go ahead and I have a relative with cellulitis, Susan Jones. Mine is in remission right now. Send me your email. I had a suicide attempt 2 years ago from being on the wrong med. Wow. Well, if you want to, you can give your email address here, and Peter will put it on the email list. But for right now, if you want to go to my website on surviving suicidal pain, it's simply called https:// overcoming Do you like the name of that website? It's a little long, but that's what gets people to harm themselves, pain that they can't control. A very, very good book I'm working on is called When It Hurts Too Much to Live. Pedar is a mensch. I agree with you. Tony Issue, thank you. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Simon. Any new videos from Noah? I should call him up. I think we need to get together. I think he's almost out of recovery clinic, inpatient. Kyria Lee, I've talked with my therapist for 6 months. I watched Douglas's video for help, and I'm still struggling with feeling more positive. Keep persevering, Kyria. You can. It takes a while to retrain the brain. Use the therapist techniques. Use what you learn here. Go ahead and look at other people. There's so many good websites on mental health, but you might want to look up this phrase on YouTube. 14 more people to get to 100. You may want to put this in the YouTube. A lot of you have heard of it, of course. It's called cognitive behavioral. How do you spell behavioral? BEHAVIORALTHERAPY. Search that term. On YouTube. There it is, my friend. Cognitive behavioral therapy. 91 watching, 9 more. Hit the like button, as K.I.B. Bailey used to say. Sweet Tea's recovery. Hearing impaired. I've been in ketamine infusion for untreatable depression. Chronic pain patient. During the infusion, I feel great. But what do you think of it? For some people, ketamine therapy, it's been approved so that the famous Menninger Clinic is offering it. No, a lot of people in the psychiatric field thinks that ketamine therapy has its place and can help some people. So if you're feeling good, I hope it continues. But yes, it's Noah's dad is having troubles now. I know he got his license taken away. That's all I know about that. Is that what you're referring to? Happy birthday, Bill Boyd. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Happy birthday, Doug. Thanks for being here on your birthday. Well, actually, my birthday is tomorrow, Leah. February 22nd. So we're on the eve of my birthday. Who here knows what the term fortnight means? I learned it when I lived in England. If it's helping you, then it's worth it. I agree. Reading scripture really good for depression. I'm praying for you. Yes. Yeah, look, I know his father got his license taken away, but he said he's still going to keep doing his channel, which has got 1 million subscribers. Eat your heart out, Doug. DTVids X20. Hey, Doug, still here pushing forward, looking to heal my depression. Naturally, this depression generally feels it's 100% not going to end. It's like all I hope for is time to heal. You will heal, and you're young. Remember, aren't you like 20 years old? DTVidsX20. It will heal. It will heal. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to leave for a second, and I'm going to post a link to Hope on my new website. 2 weeks a fortnight. Yes, I know. I learned it when I was in England. Not too many people know about that. All right, so what are we going to do? We're going to go open up a new, well, let's go to Chrome. I'll be right back. Okay, so what are we doing? We're going under Overcoming Suicidal Pain, right? Okay, and then we're going to go to WHT Ministry, right? That's what we're going to do. And we're going to go Overcoming Suicidal Pain. And then we're going to go Hope. And then we're going to copy this. Then we're going to go back to live chat. All right, the person who's trying to find hope, click on that link and you'll be taken to a page. Bring in Bruce. Well, Bruce is probably outside right now. Tell us about it, your time in English. Tell us about your time. Oh, I lived in Findhorn in Scotland, an amazing, amazing spiritual community. Changed my entire life. But I hung out in London and I took a bath in Bath. Yes, 19, I guessed it. A good memory from my mother. Anyway, DT Vids, your whole life is ahead of you. And so, yes, you will heal. And go to that page I just put out for you on Hope. Anyone try typing EFT? Yes, I have. It helps a little. For some people, it helps a lot. Thales has a WhatsApp group. Everyone, okay. I don't know how you join a WhatsApp group. Thales or Peter Shields, tell us how to do it. Getting a job and creating structure help you, Doug? Yes, it helped me tremendously. I have a whole video on how the role of structure and routine from healing from depression. Absolutely essential. As a matter of fact, in my Overcoming Suicidal Pain website, I have a whole page on why you need structure and routine. It's essential for human beings, for mental health, and if you're having a hard time, it's even more essential. You know why? Unstructured time, idle time is the enemy. When I was growing up, when I was 13 years old, I had a fundamentalist Christian babysitter come, which is interesting because my parents were secular. They used to go to Europe and stick us with Mrs. Purick. And she used to say, if God had made man to fly, he would have given him wings. But she also said, idle hands make the devil's workshop. What the heck did she mean? Idle hands make the devil's workshop. Oh, yes. 40 years later, I realized it was. Too much free time is like the kiss of death for people with depression. Structure and routine. Can I get your email address to make it right? And who are you referring to, Peter Shields? Not myself, I'm sure. XX Fat Jesus XX. Hey, Doug, do you have any videos on the impact of financial struggle has on mental state? Yes, I do. I have depression, anxiety, and money problems is the name of the video. I'll write it right here. And it has a tremendous 89, just 11 more people. Hit that like button, guys. Come on. Anyway, I think it's depression, anxiety. What is it? God, it's something about, it's about depression, anxiety, and finances, but could you go to my, I'm going to go to my website on Chrome. Someone try to find the name of that video for me. Going to go to YouTube. I'm going to go to videos. I'm going to go to search. Oh, financial. I don't know if I can find it. Depression, anxiety, money problems. I got it. Wow. That's what the video is called. I'm going to click on it right now. I'm going to stop that. Okay, and then I'm going to come back to you guys. Okay, so here's the video I did. It's called Depression, Anxiety, and Money Problems. And here's the URL right here. Click on that and you'll be able to see the video. I'm 91 people, 9 more. Okay, so my good friends, Kathleen, now called Zoba. Her mother lived to be 102. At 100 years old, I filmed her, and her name was, I forgot her name. I can't be that bad. Louise Heron. And I said, what is the secret of living to be 100 years old? Who knows what she said? Sugar and meat. Sugar and meat, she said. There you have it. So different strokes for different folks. Well, I'm 72. I hope to live to be 100, but it won't be on sugar and meat. I can tell you that. What is it? ACE. Stay active, stay connected, stay engaged. I did a whole video on that. It'll be my first watch after the live stream, sure. Classic depression, putting things off, plus you are grieving, absolutely. All right, my therapist swears by tapping. That's where you go. Even though I feel like a piece of crap, I deeply and completely love and accept myself, right? Tapping. No, I'm not trying to make fun of it. Yes, Chris Boswell, going off lorazepam, and we're taking a lot. Anything else you can take for anxiety? Talk to your prescriber. There are other things. Evelyn May, nice to see you. Oh, I love Evelyn May. She's been around forever. $13.99 Canadian, another Canadian. And who is this wonderful person? Lagai, thank you for all your friendship and hard work. Working so hard and healing. Douglas, you're wonderful. Thank you, Lagai. We will meet. Lisa, you and I will meet one day. You're not too far from me. And how's the new home going? Thank you for your contributions. I wonder how Robert Jenkins is doing. I wish I could send you a donation. You can. 92, 8 more people. Come on, hit the like button, please. For my birthday, 100 people. Harry, all you have to do is go to PayPal and you can send me money for free. PayPal is the greatest invention since sliced bread. You can set up an account. And the address to send, you can send like $1. Yeah, and the other way, if you wanted to make a contribution, and then I'll shut up. I don't want to feel like I'm just asking for money. www.patreon.com/Douglas Bloch. You go there, you can become a monthly supporter of this channel for $2 a month. So, all right. So enough about finances. Let's see if we can get up to 100 people for my birthday. 90. Whoops, we're still 10. Sure. Well, we got 17 minutes more to go. All right. So $20 from 20 years from Pedar Shields. Thank you very much. You're a good man, a spiritual man, a religious man, a biblical man, and etc. I wish I could make some sort of a joke about scripture. I can't think of any at the moment, but anyway, I'm having trouble focusing on school. Yes, you are, FD, but at 19 I couldn't focus. I was too depressed. I can't go to campus. Yeah, online classes, I'm putting it off, watching them, so I'm behind on everything. It's easy to procrastinate. It's really too bad, FVDW. My niece's children are freaking out. They're 8 and 10. Without going to school, they don't have the structure and the support of their fellow kids. Sitting online, doing videos, it's not natural. We need to be in community. We need to learn in community. So I understand what you're going through. Maybe you can have a buddy from one of your classes, then the two of you can go online, independently. You're going to need some support and coaching. You can't do it by yourself, FVDW. Find someone else, student, or even a parent or a friend who can basically hang out with you while you're on the. You don't even have to be there in person. Just be there on the phone with you while you're going online. I really suggest you find someone to help, and they don't have to do a lot. They can just be on the phone with you and encourage you to get online. Shina VVV, you helped me in 2018. I had psychotic depression. I'm better. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you're better. Remember, keep doing the things to help yourself stay well, because depression can sneak up on you. But I'm really glad you're better. Here it is right here. Boost your psychological immune system and self-care activities to improve your mood. If you send me your email, I will send you this thing absolutely free. When I was first making it, I was in therapy with Joan, with a really good psychologist, and she took one look at this and said, "Oh my God, I need this to hang on my wall. This is so good," and I gave it to her. Muhammad Aslad, you once said that the world is a family on behalf of 2 million Palestinians living in the biggest open-air prison in the world. Happy birthday, savior of the Palestinians. Well, there you have it. Being a Pisces, I always wanted to be a savior, and I finally got my chance. I prefer unstructured time. Isn't a bad thing. Susan, you probably are someone who's in the Myers-Briggs P. That means someone who can handle lack of structure. So everybody is different. Everybody's nervous system is hardwired differently. Now, if you didn't have a job or something to do, I mean, if you had unstructured time 24/7, it'd probably drive you crazy. Uh, any experiences of social anxiety? Yes, when I was in elementary school, I was very fearful of people and very shy, but in the mortal words of my father, I grew out of it. Shirley, sadly, the fastest way is by hiring a lawyer, although they don't help us with actually filling out paperwork, which is the hard part. Some lawyers do. Danielle, can you think of an activity that you enjoy and reward yourself for getting out of bed by doing the activity? Yeah, that's hard, but when you're depressed, you don't think of anything you enjoy. So again, you need to have someone calling you up and being a coach. Taking an ice bath, using the ice from the outside to make it extra cold. Yeah, yeah, DT Vince, good luck. Never me. I'm a wimp. All right, you think you have OCD? Well, go talk to a psychologist. Why do we as human beings have mental health problems? Because the brain is a very complex organism. And also, here we are on the earth plane. You know what the Buddha said? Life is suffering. You know what Jesus said? In the world you will have tribulation. You know what M. Scott Peck, the great psychiatrist, said? Life is difficult. It's the nature of the world to have problems and difficulties. I'm afraid if you're on the earth plane, this is what you get. But there is also the overcoming of them. And that's what Helen Keller said. And I'm going to use that quote. Yes, life is filled with suffering, but there's also the overcoming of it. Helen Keller, an absolutely amazing individual. Yes, Wim Hof, he recommends cold water treatment. Absolutely. All right, 13 minutes left in the 205th live chat on the eve of my 72nd birthday. 72 years old. Oh my goodness. You know, when I was 18, when I was the age of TT Vids and I thought of someone who was 70, I thought of them in a rocking chair being senile. Well, I'm not in a rocking chair and I'm senile. So don't be afraid of age, everybody. I'm dreading the possibility of my employer ending remote work at the end of March. How can I stop feeling anxious about it? Shirley, just say, when the time comes, I will handle it. Well, Rick M., SSRIs are ineffective for me, and they actually put me into the hospital twice. So for some people, you're absolutely right. They don't work. But you keep reaching out for support. Get a lot of counseling. Do whatever it takes to help you feel better, and you will heal from this trauma. And you definitely should be in some sort of professional counseling. I agree with the person who said that. This is too much to handle on your own. But that over the allianceofhope.com is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful website and service for suicide loss survivors. You're 31 years old. Oh my God, I hate you. Do I live in America? I live in Oregon. Is that part of America? Not really. But yes, Danielle, hope to see you next time. So yeah, I grew up in New York City, moved to Madison, Wisconsin, then I lived in Berkeley, San Diego, and now I'm then Eugene, now I'm in Portland. You're seeking truth and help at 13 is wise. The guy's 13, oh my God. Pretty amazing. Is it bad for the teeth, physically or mentally, taking meds for early years? I have no idea. I've never heard that. Hey, Rick M., thank you for the happy birthday wish. Oh my God, look at those balloons. I was going to bring some balloons. I'll do next year. Next year, the live chat is going to be on my birthday. So then we'll have a real celebration. Shirley, try to put your mind on other things. Go for a walk. Do you read scripture? It really helps. CBT2, yes. Definitely. But tell yourself. Okay, so Shirley, 72 is the new 40. Well, thank you. I thought 88 people. We've dropped by 2. Well, I guess we're not going to have 100 people today, but still pretty good unless we get a miracle. You know what, Earl Douglas? You're 6 years younger than the president of the U.S. That's right. And Biden looks in pretty good shape for 78, let me tell you. Of course, he was an athlete, played on the football team, was a lifeguard. Wow. Love and hate are both blind, except that hate is the destroyer and love is a builder. Beautiful, beautiful quotation. Thank you. Now I was going to write something that was important for somebody, and I forgot what it was. Is New York just like it's portrayed in the movies? No, it's much less glamorous, and the people are much nicer. Okay, yes, try to put your, oh yes, I got it. Okay, so Shirley, here, the video you must, if It's called The Fear Behind All Fears. And I want you to, as soon as you end this live chat, I want you to immediately watch this video. It's one of my best videos, and it really tells the secret of dealing with fear. And of course, it wasn't my idea, because there's nothing new under the sun, right? Douglas video. Including the live chat, I've uploaded about 500 videos. My 510, my goal is to get 1,000 before I leave this planet. All right, 9 minutes left. How about another donation? That would be nice. I guess we don't have Robert Jenkins here. Oops. Yes, I hope Robert is continuing to do well. What is a good thing to talk about in counseling? Whatever is on your mind. It's called talk therapy. It's been around since Freud. It's wonderful. Whatever you're dealing with. Wherever you need help, support. I love that quote very too. Hate has never solved my problem, but love can and does. I look great. Thank you so much. Can we buy your books online? Yes, go to Amazon.com. I started watching him recently, and he has helped me a lot. Who are you referring to, Harry? I'd like to watch whoever that person is. Yeah, Michael, talk about whatever you need to. And Pedar is giving his email address back up to 90 for people who want to join the email list. West Coast or East Coast, which do you prefer? Horace Greeley, the great newspaper magnate, said, "Go west, young man." Oh, there is no comparison. Or as Jim Morrison said in The Doors, the West is the best. No question. East Coast is like the old country in Europe compared to the West Coast. I moved here. I went to Stanford when I was 19 years old. I walked off the plane in San Francisco. I breathed the air and I said, oh my God, I'm going to move to California immediately. And 3 years later, I did. No, the West Coast for me is a lot. I probably would not be alive if it weren't for the West Coast. Keep following Doug and watch all his videos. So many professionals use him in classes. Look, what do you mean by that? Professionally studying in what classes? Who has tried TMS? A number of people in my groups, and it has helped some of them. Talk to your doctor about it. It's not invasive and very little side effects, if any. What are good questions to ask in the first meeting, Jenny? Why is the sky blue? No, that's not the right question. I have some issues I'm dealing with, my problems, pain, suffering. I'm struggling with this or that. How can I overcome them? You're going to the therapist because you are dealing with psychological problems that you can't, a problem shared is a problem halved. Thank you very much. That's beautiful. Yeah, so there are issues you're dealing with that you can't do by yourself, so you're coming for support. Therapy is a wonderful, wonderful invention. Thank you, Sigmund Freud. Yes, Shirley K. Thank you. You should be my publicist. I know exactly how you feel. This is my 6th episode. I still can't believe it. My brain just does not feel right at all. Well, and you came out of the other 5, and you'll come out of this one. Trust me. I've been through 5 episodes myself. All right. It's great to see you all here supporting each other. It's great to see you all connecting. If you want to get on this email list, contact Pedar. He's given out his email address a couple of times. What do I want for my birthday? A chocolate truffle, Bill. Absolutely. Kira Lee, this is my 2nd episode. I've made it through the first one with meds. The second one has thrown me for a loop. It's almost like my brain isn't my own. You're right. Your brain has been hijacked. You're absolutely correct, Kiara. So are you taking meds? Are you going back into therapy? I healed from the first time. Well, I've had 5 episodes. Twice I went back to school. Once I had a spiritual healing. Once I had ECT. And once I just came out of it. February 22nd, 1997, Scottish scientists from the Roseland Institute in Edinburgh announced that they have successfully cloned an adult sheep named Dolly. Well, kind of like Douglas, just call me Douglas Dolly or Dolly Douglas, or call me Douglas the Doll. Anything you want to do. All right. Peter McLaurin wants to be added to the email address. Can you do that, Pedar? I'm gonna copy and paste you, actually. So, that didn't work. I'm going to take a picture of it. Nope, that's gonna freak you guys out. I'll just go ahead and do a screenshot. God is great. God is great. And you just remembered you are alive today? Well, you got 4 minutes to enjoy it. Douglas, it's been about a month on meds for me, and I go to therapy every Monday. Well, great. Well, keep it up, and keep, set the intention to heal. And if any of you need some extra support, Peter, can you put Peter McLaurin on the email list he just asked you to? Okay, so I give this number out every time I'm here. No, hold on. And then I get a kiss on the knee. I am very hungry. Talking for an hour gives you an appetite. 816, what is it? 969-2000? Is that going to be it? 2000. Okay, anybody who's struggling, call Silent Unity. They will put you in the prayer chapel for 30 days. They will give you a beautiful affirmative prayer, and it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. So please call them, whoever's struggling. 94 people, wow. Just 6 more in the next 3 minutes. Happy birthday to you, his family. Thank you, Kira. I love your name. I love anybody's name that ends in A. Douglas, hi, but without the O. Douglas, like you dug a pit for yourself. Why do people self-diagnose themselves when they have irrational thoughts? Well, people want to try to figure out what's wrong with them. Self-diagnosis is very, very common, but the best thing is to find someone like a good qualified mental health professional. Mornings are the worst, yes. Once you walk the dogs, you eat breakfast, you feel better. Okay, another email address, buckvoid90@gmail.com. There you have it. I'm taking a screenshot. Mohammed Al-Shanat, we have 4 hours of electricity a day in Gaza. Weather is freezing, and COVID-19 has hit Gaza pretty hard. Nevertheless, I changed my mobile 2 days in advance just to be able to attend your meeting. Well, thank you. I'm so sorry for the suffering in that country. I wish I could do something to help. Will marriage help? All right. Socrates, by all means marry. If it's a good marriage, you'll be happy. If it's a bad marriage, you become a philosopher. And that's exactly what the case is. You're more than welcome, Douglas Hyde. Yeah, so marriage is a double-edged sword. It can be a joy and a pain. And Michael Povera says, please add me to the email list. Yes, but you haven't provided your email. So maybe you can do that for Pedar. Okay, here's another person you want to add. RogersM99@gmail.com. All right, 2 minutes left. 93 people. 7 more, maybe. Anyway, it is uncommon to feel awkward about talking about personal stuff with a stranger. Let this person know you need help. Absolutely. Yeah, body dysmorphic disorder is a tough thing. My heart goes out to you. Wow, Pedar, you're getting all these people wanting to be added to the email list. I hope you're doing it. Body dysmorphic disorder, yes. Michael Tara had to look up. I've experienced that too. Post-SSRI sexual dysfunction. Wow, there's a name for it. In an iatrogenic condition which can arise following antidepressants. Yes. Iatrogenic means caused by doctors or caused by the medical profession. Yes, Sirma, keep hitting the like button. And I don't think we're going to we have only 1 minute left. I don't think we're quite going to get the 100, but in the 90s is good enough. Can people have obsessive irrational thoughts and not OCD? Yes, that's true. OCD has you can have them depending on how much, but whether it's OCD or not, you still have to find a way of coping with those thoughts. Again, therapy, therapy, therapy. Kevin Wilson says, thanks, Doug. Blessings on your birthday. It's tomorrow, by the way. So everybody think of me tomorrow on the 22nd of February. George Washington's birthday. Yay, which is why I'm Douglas George Bloch. Yeah, post-SSRI sexual dysfunction. Wow. You learn something new every day. Yeah, let's all say a prayer for the Gaza Strip. Sounds like there's a lot of suffering on there. And remember, I gave you the number of Silent Unity. Hey, Diana, love that name too. Diana Allen Castri, probably Italian origin. I always have a need touching everything in my room. Yes, well, that is a compulsive behavior for sure. But again, go to your mental health professional. That's the way to do it. And, also go on YouTube. What wonderful things. Pedar is leaving a message here. Thanks for everyone. Emails. I think I have you all. Mine is P Shields. Hey, Pedar, can you send me those new ones? Because I want to send out this inquiry about my I see it here. Here I have no one. Michael Polvera, M.A. Polvera, 57 at yahoo.com. Another one, Pedar. What's my life? Happy birthday? Yes, thank you. Every Sunday at the same time. All right, it's 101. That was a homeroom I was in high school. 93 people watching. So anyone wants to make a final donation, fine. Otherwise, I'm going to let you guys go. As my friend says, in the mortal words of the women who rejected me, I'll let you go. But at any rate, you guys can talk for, chat for 10 more minutes after I'm offline. Have faith. God will keep you safe. Though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I will fear no evil. Thank you, Diane, for the happy birthday wish. 72 years old, I'm going to be on a Zoom call with my best friend, his wife, my godson, his wife, my godson's brother, his wife. We need each other. I'm very glad I have a supportive community. I feel very blessed, and I'm glad you're here. Please add me to the email list, though I don't check it as often as I should. Oh, lazyiranch@gmail.com. Didn't even know you had an email address, my dear. I've been meaning to send you an email for a long time. lazyiranch0@gmail.com. There it is. Well, you should get in the habit of checking your email. Learn to Love says Sweet Teas Recovery, $3.99. Thank you for that last minute donation. Shirley Kay says, I pray for all of us every day. Yes. Happy birthday tomorrow, Holly Stock. Thank you very much. I love birthdays. They're important times. Some people don't like their birthdays or don't like to celebrate. They have saved my butt many, many times in my life. Well, I'm going to eat. I'm going to fix my water faucet. And then I'm going to do, my assistant's going to come over. We're going to paint my new back room. Don't you love the yellow here? For 36 years, it was dull white. And anyway, keep occupied, keep focused, keep engaged, keep active, and you can stay young, although unfortunately we all have to go sometime. Woody Allen said, I don't mind death, I just don't want to be there when it happens. Woody Allen said, you can think of death as a way of cutting down on expenses. And finally, the great, what was his name? Spiritual teacher said, on the other side said, I can tell you one thing about death, it's dying, it's absolutely safe. And dying is like taking off a tight shoe. Don't you love that? All right, Pedar's giving out his email address one more time. And love the yellow bright color and cheerful. Yes, well, the back room is going to be the same thing. What's it like being self-employed? You work harder than you would if you're employed by someone else, but you enjoy it so much, it doesn't matter. That's a good note to leave you guys on. Well, keep chatting, keep coping, and remember, this too shall pass. And until we meet again, I wish you the best in your mental health recovery until February 28th, the last day of the year.